that he will invite IPOB to come and protect Igbo traders. And they twisted it and said he was going to invite IPOB to Lagos. Do you know that man spent about a month and a half in Kirikiri for that statement? Somebody that was like, all this ceremonial easy in areas like that, eh? You don't remember the story, Baba?
No, I know about that. I don't know how this.
They took him to court to get his on bail right now. He spent over 6 weeks in Kirikiri. Igbo man will open mouth and say something like that. So we all know now.
You see that Nigeria, the leaders, they are not really straightforward. They are not straightforward. These are the issue. These things that are happening in Nigeria, if they should do what is right, it is a thing that can be resolved within a short period.
That's right.
But because they are not there to serve the people. And just as I said some times ago, Martin Luther Jr. said, no slave master voluntarily allowed the slave to go. The slave demand for his freedom. Until all Nigerians will come together and say, enough is enough. These people, they are Muslim, they are Christian.
They will never stop.
They will go to church, they celebrate them, they still come and do evil. Until, I think with Nigeria still have option now. That's why everybody is still patient. When there be no any other option, it will be busted. And everybody will find it very, very, very difficult, both the rich and the poor. Because if you see what is happening there, it's totally abnormal. Totally abnormal. You see, Kiamoda, they went to see France and they advertising the aircraft.
They advertise now. Minister, they ask you, say, may you come buy. This one is for Nigeria. They hit the body like downfall. The aircraft body like downfall. This one is meant for Nigeria. Adeza.
I just want to thank you for all that I'll be doing. Yeah. Continue. God will keep you.
Amen.
And will help you.
And you too. God bless you.
All right.
Take it easy, sir. All right. Have a good one. So that's Adeza there from Edinburgh, here in Scotland. So he's my neighbor. Okay. And it's really good to hear from somebody close to home. Adeza, God bless you. Now, let me I think I do have another caller now. Hopefully that connects. Does it? I mean, it does. Hello.
Hello, Mayogu.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. And you?
Oh, very well. Thanks.
I heard a lot of people saying a lot of things, Yeah, and they are all making sense in all they are saying. But I have some things to say, like you said. One, they've not told us exactly what the army went there to do.
They've not told us.
Because I've been following Nigerian news and things that are happening in Nigeria. I've never heard that there's a problem there, that place is burning, that as we got to bring in army in, I believe police could have been there first before army. So I believe it's political. And the army are now refusing not to tell us why they are there. They are only turned to victims, and sympathizing. So people will sympathize with them. But I saw one news yesterday and in Twitter or maybe where the Northerners, they were all saying, kill them all. They deserve it. They killed army, this and that. And I was going through the comments, getting down almost 100 or 200 comments down. Only killing them, kill them. They are this. And then I know saw what.
Don't let anybody survive. Yeah. All of them, kill them. And all I was like, I saw some too. And I'm like, man, I said my stomach was turning because of the level. Go on.
I was reading out because Nigeria has turned us to, especially me, I will not lie. Whenever I got any news like this on Facebook or maybe in Twitter, I always go to the names that are typing, what they are typing, negative and the positive reports, But this one, I begin to ask myself, when the Northerners are just shouting, kill these people, wipe their village off. And just last month or last few weeks ago, 287 people, children, removed from their schools and into the bush. And they are not fighting. They are not saying, wipe the village off, find them and kill them all. Then 87. And we all know that for you to logistics to take 87 people or 287 people from point A to point B, you need like a luxurious bus.
You
do. So how did these people move around?
And
so I don't see.
Can only take 50 at each, right? That means you need about 6 of them, 6 luxurious buses that could take up to 50 people at a go.
Yeah. So for me, I'm not believing that there's any kidnapping. I believe they want to use the strategy they use on Jonathan, and they put fear on Jonathan. Jonathan now was building, construction school, and all this majority. At the end of the day, they now refuse him to be president. So that's the another strategy. But for me, they are thinking that Tinubu would have died maybe after 2 months of the election. Then the Shetima will take place. So they were disappointed. You see, because during the election, somebody like Gumi said, we should not vote for people that will kill our boys in the bush, our soldiers in the bush. So we should vote for people that will come and negotiate with us. And you see, he's coming back with the negotiation again. And from the history, Gumi was deported from Saudi Arabia.
Yes, sir.
Last year, his deputy, was caught on transit in Morocco or Egypt.
Escaping.
They now returned him to Nigeria.
That one is a guy that usually help to negotiate between terrorists and the kidnapped. He's the one who always help them with ransom. And he's the publisher, Herald newspaper, Abuja or something, right? He's the publisher. Only for us to hear that, go on, Baba.
And I still saw this man standing behind Gumi when Gumi was making all this statement about the kidnap issue with Nigeria. So that means the case and everything they did with that guy, nobody knows what the end and what the result was. So Gumi, I believe Gumi is untouchable. Either he's untouchable or he's the head commanding these terrorists, telling them what to do. Because I saw his statement. He said that this is just the beginning. There's going to be more attacks, more killing, and more bombing.
And not negotiate. This kidnapping is just the tip of the iceberg. What is going to come after that? The tip. Maybe the bombings will return.
So I'm not asking myself, why can't they take the same measure of attacks or they are doing in the south? Why can't they do it in the north? To rescue the north, because the north, these people they are kidnapping and killing in the north. They are the northerners. See, and why are they coming every time there's a problem in the south? They concentrate in burning down houses.
Yeah.
I've not seen, but because burning down
houses. So you get that?
Yes. It's only the
villages. They will burn communities. They will be shooting into homes. Is that not what terrorists do?
This is what they are doing. So burning houses, that means you don't want anybody to live there anymore, because some people, maybe they will not be able to rebuild their houses anymore. Some maybe may not come there again because of the trauma, So the village is now gone. And I saw there's a river close to the village, and like the other guy said, it's political. I'm a witness in my village last year. There's something happened in my village. And one of the boss, because it's a village something, they were arguing, they have 2 parties, but this one is internal. So one that has money, he went and brought in my village, brought in DSS. So because I came from abroad, I was able to come too close to him after the everything, but they started. Yeah, and I asked him. I asked him one question. I asked him, how did he brought all these men here? He said he paid $60,000. I said, so 60,000. I now use my calculator to press $60,000, about 50 million naira. And I asked him, but this 60 million can provide a lot, can help a lot of youth, can provide some inside this place. And now the people you gave this $60,000, they are not your relation. They are not you. You don't know them. Maybe it's one of yeah. And those people that came for this mission, They are lucky it didn't end up, because what report are they going to write back there? That's why they are there. That's exactly what happened in this place. They came. How can you pick? Yes, that's exactly what happened there. You will not tell me that army I know and I love so much cannot just come in a community. One person did not run away. They all died. So maybe they were taken unawares because they were relaxed. They are coming for intimidation, and then nothing like official.
Official assignment. You know what the power backing you, right? You know as well
Yeah.
that your conduct, your whatever you must be stick to the order you are given. Okay, so definitely, right? You'll be aware. But these ones are more relaxed. It's like but
Yeah. Because they are coming from the boss sent them in, like the one I saw in my village last year. The boss sent them in, so they were relaxed. They believe the person that called them has sent them. But I don't pity them. I don't pity the army that lost their life there, because this will continue to happen in Nigeria. They die for people that refuse to help them. Like I said last time I called in, I said some army or DSS that are sitting in that parliament house that day, they were talking nonsense about 500 million they shared to each other. Some of them are there, they've not paid school fees for their children. Some of them are there, they don't know what to eat. Some of them are there, they don't know how to go home, the transportation. So if not the military car dropping them or police car dropping them close by, they will not be able to go home from from their work. So they are standing there with their ammunition, and people that they are guiding are talking about 500 million sharing. If not because of those gossiping, they started, because I call it gossiping. They started gossiping there, opening their nyash. That's why people now knew that they shared 500 million, and people started making statements like, and some animals are not equal than others. So this is a pity. Like, come finally, Nigerians, like I said, Nigerians are not yet ready, because if Nigerians are ready, something could have been. See what is happening in Haiti today. Everywhere, because the same corruption, the same all this pushing around in citizens. But Nigeria, for me, for them to go back again to be taking food of 25% this thing, I still see that they are not, because if you're watching if you're looking at the picture, no, everybody just forgot what happened. The stampede, how many people that died the other time? They now went back there to go and hustle food. So for these people to bring Nigerians so low to hustle food, look at Nigeria, hardworking people that can provide everything, provide their water, provide their security, provide their life by themselves, are now begging for food. So I don't know where the country is going, but Nigerians are not ready. If they are ready, I will not see all those comments coming down on the army. The people kill them, go and clear this village. I will not. Now these people from the south are sympathizing with the north. The north are saying kill these people. So no, it's a shame, my brother. My brother. Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate this. Okay, I'm so sorry that I had to share part of your money. Now I'm going to be sharing all of your money in America now. Like, just like, oh my God, I need to. Let me call him quickly. But thank you so much. Okay, you have a wonderful week, Baba. So I do have another caller as well. And in my head, I'm like, I'm going to make some of you begin to send me message of, I nearly got to work late this morning. I said, why? I said, man, I got carried away. I was listening to you and all that. So please, what we should be doing is to kind of get used to this in the morning. All of now with what you do is that when you get into your car, all right, just put it on YouTube, watch it on YouTube, okay, and then begin to listen to the conversation on your way to work. And when you get to work, put the headset back on, like that, right? Hands free. And you can also listen with low. You will be productive, I promise you. Here, hello.
Yes, one name.
Osita, one name.
Agujiegbe. You know the meaning of Agujiegbe.
One name, the number. How are you?
Do you know the meaning of Agujiegbe?
Ed, you told me that it is that of a lion that carries sword. What's that?
Yes. And in fact, you are an Igwe.
Thank you.
You know,
Osita.
My
hype man, the number one of them.
The Bible I read tells me that you are an oracle because you speak the truth.
I believe you. When you tell me something, I believe you because I know
Yeah.
what it takes before you reach those conclusions. So there is no point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I believe you. Osita.
I've been
with
watching.
whiskey, by the way.
Yeah, I've been
I know
watching
you
and
have.
I've been listening. You understand?
Yes,
So
you. Please.
anyway, there is something I really want to talk about, and that is something that. But very quickly, let me say something about this issue of this killing.
Please.
It is not new to us, and we don't expect anything different. Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are. Right. This is what the leadership of that contraption has always given us. They don't give us anything positive. What they even tend to do is not only to give us hunger, but what they tend to do is to give us death. What they wish for their followers is death. So now, let me come to the reason. There's a reason I called, and I've been wanting to talk about this thing. A caller once called here and said, has Nigeria been everly good? Has Nigeria been? That question is a very, very unique question. You think you can just answer it like that. No, it's not. No. And I'm in support of what he said. Though there is our elderly uncle that said something here that Nigeria was good before, but I can tell you that Nigeria has never been good. And I can prove it. If you look at Nigeria, when we started, all the whole little infrastructures, something that is called infrastructures in Nigeria, till date is what the white man has left us. None was what is ours. You look at our wharf, the seaport, you will see that it's the same thing that the white man has left us. When you look at the first Niger bridge, it's the same thing that the white man has left us, not in our own this thing. When you go to our prisons, you see that it's the same thing the white man has left us. I'm talking about the correctional centers, not the police station. When you go around Nigeria, if you see the schools that the white man has left us, you will see the difference between those schools and the kind of schools that were set up. I'm talking about the building. You will see the difference. You will even find out that the ones that the white man left us is still standing. Meanwhile, the one that we did ourselves are in a dilapidated condition. So Nigeria, I don't want somebody
even
to tell
us system that they left. You can see the relic. It's still the constabulary system.
Exactly. I am not trying to say that uncle was not right. I mean, it's totally wrong. But when you come to think about it and you say that people will come from abroad with their masters and come and start first degree in Nigeria, I totally disagree with it, because it is their own education that we are taking. So how do we teach them their own education? If you're telling me they are coming here to learn Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa, we will agree that they came to learn Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. But how can their own education that they brought to us, the reason I'm saying this thing is that so that people will not be misled and think that there's going to be a hope for Nigeria tomorrow. As far as that contraption is concerned, there is never going to be a hope. No hope. That country, when you say those things, it will look as if, oh, somebody will come there and the person will change Nigeria and Nigeria will become better. But I'm telling you, it's all a fallacy. That is not true. It is not happening. That is that on that particular issue. Then now, when you come to, we've always say religion, but I tell people, religion is an issue when you do not have the education that is backing that religion. To have a failed state like Nigeria, I've consistently said it's times without number here. And I'm going to back it up biblically. When you destroy education, what you will have is what you are seeing in Nigeria today.
Destroy the nation.
They destroyed the education to destroy a nation. I told you, if not for anything, I know my father served in the Nigerian military before he went to Biafran military during the war. That's my dad. I have some of his books. When you want to hijack a nation, what you need to do first is to destroy the education.
Destroy the education.
When you destroy the education,
destroy the country.
Yes, you destroy the mind of the people. Then you can control the people.
Yes,
then the people's future is in your hand. Then what do you have? You will have a contraction like Nigeria. So I move in biblically again. That even God, the one that saw Jesus Christ and said, "Oh, Jesus Christ is God," among the 12 disciples was Peter. But then Peter's expose was concentrated only on the Jewish people. But then came Paul, the apostle. Peter was not as educated as Paul. Paul was a lawyer. Then what did God do? He entrusted that particular gospel, taking the gospel to the outermost part of the earth, which is the people that they call the I won't use the word the infidel, the non-Jewish people. He took that gospel to them. The reason that happened, he didn't give it to a fisherman, he didn't give it to a shoemaker, he didn't give it to a cobbler, but he gave it to a lawyer that if you are caught outside there, then he knows, he has the ideology, the idea, the knowledge to defend himself.
To sort of
to defend himself as a lawyer of international repute. It is right there in the Bible that he is a Roman scholar, and as at that time, the Roman Empire was ruling the world. So when God can do those things, then you think about the reverse. What these people have done is to kill the education so that people don't know their rights. There is something that education gives to you, and that thing that the education gives to you is conscience. That if I do this thing, what is the consequences? So there are several pastors, there are several imams, there are several traditional setups who can tell you to do some certain things, and you look at it because of the education you have, and you tell yourself, I'm not going to do this thing. Even if you cannot confront them that, and you say, I'm not going to do this thing. It gives you choice. That is one thing education gives to you. Right inside the same Bible that I read, one of the distance said that I and my family will have chosen a path of which we must follow, a path of righteousness over evil. So these are the things that you look at. You will find out that the reason people are misled by leaders is because you don't have education. And that is something that I give kudos to my father, you give kudos to your father. It is not the certificate, but it is the orientation that we have from our own family too. That my father was able to let me understand that this is the path of which you must follow. You keep talking about your grandmother, you talk about your great-grandmother, you talk about your mother, you talk about your father. And we were so surprised that you talked about Rufai in Arai, the relationship you have. You will find out that it's because of the lineage that you guys have followed. I don't need somebody to tell me how upright that your parents, your forefathers have been.
I'm grateful to God that I could carry on the name without any
yes. So if you see some of us when we talk here, believe me, you will find out it's easy for you to tell somebody that this is people who are talking from the side. I wake up in the morning, one of the prayers I tell God these days is, please, let me be a voice for the voiceless. Let me be able, if I open my mouth, let me say the truth. If I cannot say the truth, keep my mouth mute. And that is what I do. I keep telling people the problem of Africa, not just Nigeria. The problem of Africa was that they made us trying to learn their own education alone. And I keep saying, if we want to overcome all these things, God, nature has given us a manuscript to follow. And that manuscript is that we should look at the Chinese, how they overcome everything that happened around them. When you mix your own knowledge up with somebody's knowledge, you will get better. But when you try to take only somebody's knowledge and leave back your own, believe me, you have no place you are going to.
Osita.
Whatever anybody thinks, anybody who comes up and starts thinking about another election, I am telling you, we are bound to fail. The final destination of anything that has to do with election is that we are bound to fail. They know how to manipulate everybody. They will tell you, okay, go and get your PVC. As at that time, they will even get people abroad, white men who will be shouting that it's that time that they change the status quo in Nigeria, and it's that time. But at the end of the day, they will do what they do. Those people will keep quiet again.
And then everybody will come back to be like, how did we arrive here again?
How did we arrive here? So I am telling you, no matter the revolution that you are thinking about, no matter what the opposition you are thinking about, I am telling you, if the final destination, if the ballpoint is not breaking up Nigeria, believe me, we will continue to rigmarole and rigmarole. And we will come here. And we'll come here. We'll blame everybody. But it's until everybody agrees that the final destination, let us try what we've never tried before. Until that time, we'll get it right. Thank you very much.
You never miss, especially if you are dragged out of your comfy zone where you are observing from distant observation. You never miss, and you just did another one this afternoon. Thank you so much. Okay, you have a wonderful week too. Okay, Baba. Nice one. That's Osita, ladies and gentlemen. If you are still with me, remember you can still call in and be part of this too, where your own view is indeed put out there and other people can also learn from it. Okay, thank you. Now listen, if you have not really liked the broadcast, I mean, come on, like what is your excuse? So we still have a few more minutes to go now. I think we actually still have like an hour to go if the time permits us fully. I think it will. So yes, we'll keep the line open. And I have another caller on the line. Hey, hello. Hello, sir. What?
Good evening, Mayagu.
Oh, good evening to you. How are you, Baba?
I'm doing quite all right. I'm calling from UAE, Dubai.
UAE. And how is UAE
Dubai
today, Baba?
Mayagu is the same.
Same old
since 2021. The same old.
God damn it, man.
Yeah, even first of all, I will say a very big thank you for your doing a very wonderful job.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're doing a very wonderful job. You're speaking for people who know the truth but have refused to speak the truth. So with what you're doing, you are forcing them to accept the truth because already they know the truth.
They do.
Yeah, so, but they have refused to speak out the truth because of what they are benefiting. You understand?
I know, Baba.
Due to their own selfish interest. So God will bless you and your family also at large.
And yours too. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Please, go on.
Yes. Yeah, Mayagu, first of all, I don't know if it's possible for you to bring out time again to talk about Dubai issue. Yeah, Nigerians were suffering here in Dubai. I'm telling you. Do you know the job Nigerians do here now in Dubai?
I can only imagine.
Because of over 3 years now, there's no visa. So we cannot work. So Nigerians will go now to clean people's car in the garage. Family man with children, 3 children, 2 children, will go be cleaning people's car in the garage.
People used to have their own real job, real life.
Yeah,
this has been truncated for over 3 years now, but I can only imagine.
Yes. Yes, I'm telling you, even when we are qualified, more than qualified, Nigerians we are very smart.
I know.
Nigerians are very smart. We outshine them in anything. Anywhere we are, we represent. Even when we are more than qualified for the job, but they will not give up because of we don't have visa.
Yes.
So people have children, the children have to
I remember when this whole thing started about 3.5 years ago. This Boko Haram's government that caused all of this. They did their best to spin it. Oh, Nigerians are doing cultism in the UAE. That is why no, it wasn't all of that. They sold that lies.
It's not cultism.
Until it was no longer available anymore. You remember now? And then the old truth came out that it was this bilateral, whatever, that Nigeria is holding their money and all of that made them cut off people's livelihood over 3 years. So, Baba, I am so exhausted about it that every time my mind or every time that pops up, right, I am as helpless as a lot of you because they know it. Tinubu's government came and started playing politics with it. Remember that too.
Yeah. Your message is always go. Your message go very far, and they see your messages. They see your messages. They watch your video. That's why I'm begging you for you to bring out time again to speak about this Dubai issue, because they know what they are doing. They know. Nigerians, we just
have to keep speaking out and keep mounting the pressure because it breaks out. Because when you know that you've done nothing wrong, right? But it is between the government of your country and the government of your host country. Now you have no say, you have nothing, and you keep wondering, dear, like, can't you guys just get something work out for the sake of the number of us who actually have our families here? And every now and then you keep getting the same answer. No. So I can only imagine. Can you hear me? Sorry. Can you still hear me? Oh no, I think the line is messed up now. For some reason the line seems to be messed up. I can't hear you clearly anymore. No. See, I'm so sorry. The line is so messed up now. I hope you'll be able to call back in and then yeah. No, it's so bad. No, I'll end it, okay? And if you do try to call back, all right, for every other thing you are saying that we can't really hear, right? I will get the call and then okay. So sorry about that. Here is another caller. Hello.
Good evening, Baba.
Good evening to you too. How are you today, Baba?
I'm fine, thank you.
Grand. Please.
You are doing a marvelous work, Mayegu.
Thanks so much.
And I appreciate you for that.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
Like one of my brother that I just made, he talked about the military and the killing in Delta State. Mayegu, I must tell you, as far as Nigeria is concerned, we don't have military. We just have advanced terrorists. As far as I'm concerned, because I was once with them, I was once a soldier.
Oh, bless you, Baba.
Before you move in any terrain, that is what they call briefing. You need to brief your soldier what they are going to do, in operation. But in Nigerian army, there is nothing as such. And in as much as maybe one of the general or one of the GOC commanding that very side of Nigeria, because they always share it among themselves. Like this one that is chief of army staff now, we have to share Nigeria for his cosmates, because everybody know that that is your final level. So everybody have to prepare for.
They make their own cosmates GOCs all over the place, yeah.
GOCs and operation officers, so that they can get their money because they are preparing for retirement.
Right.
So that is what they are doing. Then the commanding officers and all this and all that. So when they go to operation, so you have to dance to the tune of the GOCs and all these things. Maybe the way the governor is and the the state assembly, the House of Rep. They will tell you what to do, and you have to do according to the way they told you.
Because if you
So
try not to
maybe
they will replace you.